Hi everyone, Sarah here from Young Quilters at the Quilters Guild. Young Quilters is for 5 to 18-year-olds. It's all about learning sewing skills, exploring textiles and most importantly, having fun.
Hi, my name is Heather. I'm the curator of the Quilters Guild Museum Collection. Many of the patchwork and quilts we have in the collection are good for showing recycling. Patchwork uses lots of different small bits of fabric which are then sewn together. Their small size means that you can use bits that have been left over from making other things. In the past, people used to make a lot more of their own clothes, which means they always had small bits of fabric left over, which could be used for patchwork. Sometimes they used lots of tiny pieces, making sure that every little bit was used and nothing was wasted. Look at the diamonds in this cock quilt. You can see that they have been pieced together with 2 or 3 smaller scraps, even within these small shapes. You can also see that the fabric in some of the squares has worn through, showing a different fabric underneath. This shows that it had been patched up, or that a previous quilt was covered with some new patchwork, recycling it for the centre. Recycling fabric wasn't just for poorer people. Fabric was expensive and well looked after, and when parts of the dresses got damaged or worn, or were no longer fashionable, the bits of fabric that were still in good condition would be cut up and reused. This very fancy patchwork was made in a grand Victorian household. It was made by the servants of a large house, and they used the dresses of the rich lady of the house that she no longer wanted. The dresses were cut up and recycled to make this very beautiful mosaic patchwork quilt. Mosaic patchwork is also sometimes called paper piecing or piecing over papers. It uses paper templates which are drawn and cut out. The fabric is then wrapped around them and held in place by large stitches, called tacking stitches. The shapes are then sewn together and the paper template is removed. Paper was quite expensive in the 18th and 19th centuries, and they always recycled letters, envelopes and other documents for use in their paper templates for their patchwork. That's why, when you look at the back, you can see writing, numbers and printed text on them. They would once have been schoolwork, letters to family, household accounts or newspapers. Quilt makers today are also very careful about what fabrics they use and how their choice of fabrics impact on the environment. This patchwork is made entirely from recycled men's shirts. This artistic piece by Michelle Walker is not made from fabric at all, but from plastic bags. It was made as a political and environmental statement about damage to the countryside and looking after our environment.
Thanks Heather. If you'd like to explore this theme further, you can check out our Youngish Quilters blog. We've got a series of posts on there on this topic. You can also follow us on Instagram for the latest news and updates.